Well, hey there folks, and welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here. It's time for another beer review, time for another virgin beer review. If you've just found us here on YouTube, go and give us that thumbs up, give us a like, share, subscribe to this channel. It's the Hop House, we're at hoppy beer, like good house music. We're on the beer side, as most of the channel has been. I'm here with you, Eddy, DJ Eddy, did the t-shirt. That was a 40th birthday present. Apologies as well for the light billowing down on my bald head. These spotlights are terrible, but they don't tend to move. I think they're less flexible than they were. Sounds a bit like me now, I turned 40. Right, are you ready for this virgin beer review? So yeah, I mean, October I've had the majority of the month off the beer. I was training up for the Liverpool half marathon, which we did last Sunday, and loads has been happening in terms of, supermarkets. They're really, going at war with each other now on these craft beer releases. So Tesco released a new batch. I know I did a couple of them before the end of September, but I have got a couple more to do, including the Buxton Brewery Lupulus X Mosaic. Looking forward to virgin reviewing that one. Also, Asda and Sainsbury's brought out some new beers. I think a couple went into Morrison's, only a couple of new ones, but Asda and Sainsbury's did new range. They're not in my Asda. The Seven Brothers one is, but I've got that down there in with my order that I made from Seven Brothers, my Seven Brothers beer haul. Go check out the video. Reviews coming shortly. But Lidl had a craft beer festival, and I did put up a video about the beers that I picked up in the craft beer festival. Quite a few of them are ones that I've already done, in terms of the Stuart Brewing Nepo was back, so I had to get a can of that because it's just an amazing beer. And the Williams Brothers fantastic Totem Poli Talking Head, that was the one, 4.4%. That is phenomenal, so I did pick up a couple of cans of that as well. This one I'm going to do now was also there from a brewery that I've really enjoyed. So this is a virgin beer review from the Lidl Craft Beer Festival of October 2021. Are you ready to see what we're going to review? Okay, let's go. Okay, so from Loch Lomond Brewery, Loch Lomond, I believe it's Loch Lomond. This is their Prospect Street. It is a West Coast IPA coming in at 5.5%, 440 milliliter can. There you go, Loch Lomond Brewery. Nice sort of greenish can wrap on that. I have to say I've been really impressed with everything I've had from Loch Lomond. They've probably become when I see their beers in Aldi, not just in the craft beer festival, they've got a couple that become permanent. I always pick them up because I've not had a bad beer from them yet. We had the Lost in Mosaic, which was a Mosaic IPA. That was lovely. The white IPA they did, I don't think I did that on the channel though. I think that was when I first did the couple of craft beer festivals before I launched this wondrous channel that you're watching now. But anyway, the white IPA was superb. The Zoom Time, that was out last year. I think it was out in the first beer festival of this year. I did review that on the channel. It was a New England Session IPA. That was tremendous, phenomenal. In terms of the price you get, so these craft beers, right, 440ml can. If you were to go to a independent bottle shop, or if you were to go to a craft beer bar, that might cost you like £5.50, £6 for a can that size, right? In your main supermarkets, your main four, they're all having this sort of £3 craft beer war where 440ml cans are £3. This was £1.79. £1.79 in Lidl. Now granted, it only comes out a couple of times a year and the beers differ from each to the other. Aldi do have a permanent range that seem to last about 6 months of that size can at £1.59. The Hop Foundry ones, avoid. 10-4 Brewing, very hit and miss. So I think Lidl have done the right thing. They've got mainly Scottish brewers involved, and they've just said, right, we want you to do some beers, and it's just going to be, I don't know, a couple of pallets, I think, per supermarket. Granted, they're all over the UK, but it's not like you've got to provide us with them permanently. So that's what we've got here. Right, let's get out on the nose, because we're nearly 5 minutes in. West Coast IPA. So it's not New England, so it doesn't say it has to be hazy, but it should be bitter and hoppy and pithy and really in your face and bitey and all those good things that I really quite like from an IPA. Don't get me wrong, a good New England is nice every now and again, but a West Coast is where it's at, in my opinion. Right, using the Mrs. gin glass for this, because I like the way it jigs. If you have a look at that, a bit of haze to it. There is a bit of haze there, some good carbonation running up the middle of the glass. It is a golden, it's quite bright golden actually in the main light, and a white head on it. Ignore the red hue at the bottom of the glass, it just has a red hue, so it's not like a cocktail, although it might look at it under that spotlight. But trust me, in the light of day, it is a brazenly, I just thought I'd use that adjective, brazenly golden ale with a white head on it. The white head does wobble around quite nicely, looks rather good. I like it. I'd expect my West Coast IPA to be of this style. Doesn't necessarily have to be overly cloudy and thick and oaty and whatever, but I wouldn't expect it to be majorly dark either. And I can smell it from here already. Right, we're gonna go for the aroma. So if you're new to these videos, we stick that in there. We're gonna give it a whiff, see what we can sniff. Yep. West Coast should be pithy, it should be bitter, and that's what I'm picking up. I'm picking up citrus, like limey citrus, grapefruit, bit of passion fruit, and some pine needle. Piney, pithy, grapefruit, citrus, and a little bit of malt. Just a little bit in the background, just to let you know it's there. Smells good. Smells piney and pithy, the two P's I look for in a West Coast style beer. Right, should we go and give it a taste? So we'll bottoms up and down the hatch. Let's do it. Ooh. It's another corker from Loch Lomond Brewery. The finish, probably in the aftertaste, the finish, the back end is probably not as long as I would like it to be. Maybe that's the only thing that lets this beer down. But don't get me wrong, it's a bitter beer. It's quite in your face. It's quite bitey. It's quite pithy. It's really good. Excuse me. It's a bit of carbonation hits you at first as well. So apologies for the burp. That was disgusting. Right, bit of lace division for those that love the lacing. Trying to keep it too much out of the spotlight, but look at that. And the beer does chase the bottom of the head. The bubbles chase the bottom of the head beautifully, chase it around the glass. That is cracking. So it hits your mouth, got a little stream of malt down the middle, wham, down the sides of your tongue. You get that pithy, bitter, like tart lime, tart lemon. There's no sweetness there in the lemon and lime. It's like lemon and lime, like rind, I guess, if you were to grate it and you got all the pithy bits off the side. And then like a pininess. And then the aftertaste is grapefruity and piney. And it's quite dry. It's quite dry on the back end. It's a decent beer. It's £1.79. I will be honest, I don't think it's probably the best that Loch Lomond have produced out of all the beers that they've done for the Lidl craft beer festivals. But it's solid, especially for £1.79. Right, we'll have a read on the back and see what it says. So, Loch Lomond, LO, iconic beers, iconic beauty, West Coast IPA, Chinook, Cascade and Columbus. So 3 of the 5 C hops in this. Tropical fruits and pine aroma, got that all day long. Soft caramel and citrus fruit, bitter sweet finish. Unfiltered for maximum flavour, keep chilled and drink fresh. Prospect Street. Definitely got the pininess and the aroma. It's definitely there. I don't know if I'd say bittersweet. There's a tiny bit of sweetness. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is actually. The more I drink of it now, that tart lemon and lime rind that goes down the side of your tongue with the grapefruit combines at the end, and then you get a little bit of sweet lemony lime at the back end. It's only slight and then it disappears. My mouth is now, after drinking it, the aftertaste's gone, which in a West Coast I'd hope it was still there. It is gone, but it's left my mouth feeling a bit dry. So does that make it moreish? I guess so. Solid beer though, from Loch Lomond. Not their best, but still really good. In terms of rating wise, what would I rate it? Probably give it a 1.5. I really quite like that. It's not a 2 thumbs up, where do I get more? But it's a good solid 1.5, as in, if I'm going to Lidl and there's still some left, it's going in my trolley or my basket. Simple as that. 1.5 from me. Prospect Street, £1.79. It's a bargain. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you again for another review right here on The Hop House. Ciao for now, people.